Stop going to church for yourself. I heard from the Lord today. Please let me know if you can relate to this. But I have heard that I am not the only one. In fact, just today, I heard 3 different women tell me that they were feeling the exact same way. Welcome, your friend Carmen. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, share, like, and just join me in this journey of what the Lord is teaching me every single day through His Word and His presence. Today, I have been having one of these days where I am in the spectrum, and I'm having one of those days that I'm just struggling with an overload of my senses, smells, people, sounds. I have a headache. Long story short, this morning I did not feel like going to church. I don't know if you can relate with this, but sometimes, it's hard to get up early in the morning on Sunday after a whole week of being, either busy or just dealing with life. And when we have the freedom and the ease of technology that we have now, while it's a blessing because it's a great tool, sometimes, at least for me, let me know in the comments if you can feel me on this one. But sometimes it's really easy to just sit on the couch, get your coffee, get your blessing online and just enjoy. And today was one of those mornings where I did not want to go to church. And I was like, Lord, can we just stay home? And I was giving Him all the good reasons, honestly, excuses, why I should not have to go to church today. And I listened to a message early and I was pumped and I was like, yeah, let's go serve the community. But I still did not feel like getting ready, doing the whole process and go out in the world with people. And then I heard the Lord said, stop going to church for yourself. Stop going to church to see for what you're going to get out of the message, to see who you're going to see, to see if you're going to get your blessing. Stop doing sacrifice because I want your obedience. And I have to be honest, while I was getting ready in the bathroom, I finally honestly fell on my knees and asked the Lord to forgive me. Forgive me for my attitude. Forgive me from the hardness of heart. Forgive me for taking for granted the freedom that we have in this country to worship freely when many people are literally being persecuted. And I'm not even going to say the word because algorithm, but heavily punished with losing their own lives in places like Syria and Africa. And yet here in America, I have the freedom to get in the car, the comfortability of getting in the car, going to church, and I did not feel like doing it. But the biggest thing that the Lord even showed me was, sweetheart, it's not about what you can get out of the pastor, out of the message. Yes, you can have an overload of messages. And yeah, you might even find the better message than the one that you're going to receive at your church today from your pastor. But can you go and be available for what I want to do through you? I heard the Lord said. And honestly, that pierced my heart. And that was not just the lesson. That was just the beginning of the lesson. I still go. I'm like, okay, I'm going to sacrifice. And I got ready and I went. I got my son ready. We went. And I realized how much the Lord wants obedience, availability to be His hands and His feet. Because, my dear, He didn't give me 1 or 2, but 3. He gave me 3 different appointments with 3 different women that the Lord had already arranged for me to meet with today in the prayer room. I am part of the prayer and intercession team at my church, and I normally sit outside of the prayer room. And today, 3 different women, different ages, different stages, different range of ages, anywhere from teenagers all the way through their 60s, needed prayer. And when I got on my knees and I prayed to the Lord, when I was in the bathroom, I asked him to use me. I asked him to use my hands, that I would please be able to be used by him today. And he surely did. I was able to be a blessing and pray over 3 different women, in different ways, different needs, to talk to them, to minister to them. And to be honest, I didn't even got to hear the message today by my pastor. I am gonna still, get to watch it online. That's what I was asking for, right? So guess what? I am gonna be able to do that. But it wasn't about me. Today going to church wasn't about what I was gonna get. Today going to church, the Lord had set those appointments so that I could be used by him. And this is the key thing. This is the amazing part. These ladies did not feel like going to church today either. These ladies really had to fight their own flesh the way that I had to fight my flesh to come to church and go to the prayer room, because they knew that they needed prayer. They didn't know that I was going to meet them. They didn't know that they were going to get what they got today. But God had set up those appointments for the 3 of us. And while it might seem that, I was there to bless, I will tell you, I was the biggest, I was the one that got the greatest blessing. One, because the Lord reminded me, don't take for granted what I have given you. 2, you're not here for your benefit. You're here to be a blessing to others. And when we bless others, the Lord allows us to get the blessing. There's more blessing in giving than it is in receiving. 3, he reminded me that he has set appointments for us already. He has already moved people, times, place, circumstances to use us. But sometimes we are so focused on what we want, on our flesh, on our needs, that we miss out on those already prearranged appointments by him. And 4, when you don't feel like doing what you want to do, don't just focus on the sacrifice. Pray, ask the Lord, Lord, how can I be obedient to you today? And remember that we don't act in our own strength, in our own power, in our own courage. Whatever we do, if we give it to the Lord will provide. The Lord provided the clarity of mind. He gave me the energy. He gave me the favor. He gave me the grace to serve others. And yes, well, now I have a headache, and yes, I still can smell everything, and being in the spectrum is not comfortable sometimes. The Lord reminded me that I'm here by assignment and for assignment. And my love, I pray and I hope that this video and this message will be a blessing to you, and just so that you can ask the Lord, Lord, how can I serve you today? And not just on a Sunday when I don't feel like going to church, but every day when I don't feel like doing what you're calling me to do. How can I not just focus about the routine of getting up, going to church, reading 1 chapter a day to keep the devil away, but how can I be a blessing to others and get over myself? That was my lesson today, and I hope and pray that the Lord will give you not just word, but revelation for your own life, and that this will be a blessing to you too. I call you highly blessed in favor of the Lord. With much love, your friend Carmen. If you haven't subscribed, liked, shared, please go ahead and do that. Join me in this community to just get work, get relationship, and get true a revelation of who is Jesus and what is our identity in him and through him. Your friend Carmen. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.